so good. I can actually breathe down here.
Well, that's a relief. I hope it's just like infinite breathing underwater.
Diving mask seems to be holding up. I've never been able to swim this deep before.
What is that? I don't really enjoy water levels. Although this stuff is kind of cool. It's very pretty. Oh, this is an audio log.
It started right here, more than 30 years ago. Back when this casino was still called the Temple. One big bet turned my fate around. But now, fate's dealt this cruelest hand ever to everyone. I have to turn the lights out one final time. And the waters of my adopted home will at last run dry. Well, if a dream has to die, at least I can say goodbye first.
Stanley Chen. What did he do here?
Stanley Chen looking back. Las Vegas, May 4th, 2060. 20 years ago this week, Stanley Chen broke ground on one of the most ambitious construction projects in American history, even though many Americans didn't want him there. As he struck his spade into the barren soil, the CEO quipped about how resentment against Chinese political influence had turned Vegas into a boiling hotbed of nationalistic sentiment, but how his immense fortune had cooled that down and finally warming Americans to his idea of a new Las Vegas. You mean a new Vegas? Oh, good. Okay. Who would have believed at the time that he would become one of the most beloved figures of the clawback era? But Stanley Chen has always been one to defy the odds, literally. In 2035, during a meeting with potential investors at the Old Tempo Hotel, Chen watched in horror as his water filtration startup drowned before his very eyes. Realizing too late that his once trusted lawyer had sold critical patent info to the competition, the resulting chain reaction of busted deals wiped him out, leaving him with only $88,000 to his name. Devastated, Chen decided to leave his future to fate. He went to the casino floor and placed all $88,000 on a roulette wheel. Number 8. It hit. The resulting 37-to-1 payout netted him nearly $3.2 million. Enough to rejuvenate his dreams of starting a successful business. He threw himself back into his work, eternally thankful for his lucky new lease on life. 5 years later, it wasn't Chen that needed saving, but Vegas itself. The hot zone crisis has strangled tourism, years of ever-increasing heat that had dried out the county completely. Water in critical demand everywhere, and now too expensive to import. Abandonment seemed to be the only option. The City of Lights was about to go dark forever. But Stanley Chen couldn't let that happen. In 5 years of incredible success, he had turned $3.2 million into $200 billion, selling water filtration technology and then that's it. Interesting. So, he said something about like the Tempo Hotel or something. It's like, I never heard of it. This is where I came from, right? I'll try to keep an eye out for more information.
Nautical lights. It must be Poseidon's doing.
Oh, I see. So they're like, well, they're projections. Those types of lights that get projected onto, like, walls and stuff and make it look like things are actually there. Neat.
Looks like a way out. Poseidon's down here, somewhere. Gotta find where it's hiding.
I actually have more control over my movement if I do that. It feels smoother. Oh no.
There's no way to put that underwater.
I agree. I agree. Oh jeez. That's what I was afraid of.
This place is massive. And all of it's encased in a dome.
Oh, look at that. Is that an astronaut? What? That looks like the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, what? Don't you... You stay away from me. I don't know how many of these things are here. But there's a current here. You like this thing? I can barely hear Aloy. Oh man. See, one of the reasons why I didn't want to deal with water levels is because I don't want to deal with these like giant underwater monsters.
Alert. Critical flooding detected. Automatic drainage controls offline. To execute an emergency purge, manual reset of primary and secondary pump nodes is required. The purge can then be triggered at the pump maintenance station.
If I do this purge and drain all the water, I can fight that big machine on dry ground. Looks like I have to reset a couple of pump nodes first.
Of course.
According to the map, there should be an access point for the first node south of here.
Oh. Alright. Go through here.
More machines down here.
That one looks meaner.
Swim around them. Stick to cover.
What do you mean by cover? These leaves here? Stealth kelp. Stealth kelp, okay. No. You don't see me. Is he the only one here? Because I hope so. What? Nope. There's another one.
Acid ammo could help here.
Alright, I'm not gonna worry about, like, looting anything for right now. Because it's just too dangerous.
There's the access point. Should lead me to the pump node. There must be a whole network of these tunnels down here. Water lines for an entire city.
Look, a sponge. What is that? Is that my shadow? Dude, I thought that was...
I can't reach the ledge from here. Maybe something I can climb to get out.
How about this thing? Can I climb on this?
There's one. Not bad.
I hope it's warm for the right reasons. Oh, look at this. There's something here. Dude, Aloy's shadow is, like, kind of scaring me.
The primer node shut down now. was down here was during the Lumia Grand incident. A malfunction led to an overflow of detergent in the pipes. Suds rose from every fountain. As we frantically tried to fix it, I looked up and saw everyone in the lobby chasing bubbles the size of basketballs. Young and old alike. Another magical moment in the impossible city.
Another recording from Stanley Chen. There. One node down. Better swim back up and find the access point for the second node.
That's it? Oh man. I was hoping for something better than that. Why? Aloy. Oh my god, why did you do that? She auto-mantled over the pipe that was against the wall. Wait, is there anything over here? No, I guess not. Okay. Back. Oh god. Back to stealth. Oh man. Come on. Get in the hole.
According to the map, the second node should be on the other side of the door. It'll do a lot of damage.
I really don't like this. Go, go, go. P. Collins, this is the land of the free. How can we be free if we can't even drive our own cars? Smith Richardson, Ogler 7. As your lawyer, I must remind you that removing the car's self-drive automation could lead to... The whole point of this case is to return my fine vintage automobile to its original ORIGINAL condition. And that means no robots. Yes, and in our papers, this is a piece of history. American history. From when we made things. Do they want all our history to vanish? I'm not sure that the court... Oh, I know the court will say, it's just a car. Safety must come first. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, it is likely that. But that's not what this is about. It's about returning this car to its original, unchained, unbridled, American... Okay. I'm gonna wait here because this snap maw is too close. Also, I hear this other thing, but I can't see it. Where did it go? I know I marked it. There it is. Would you stop? Please. Look, I'm glad stealth kill keeps me like out of sight, but it also blocks my vision, and I can't see.
Another access point. Should get me to the second node.
I'm just gonna sit here for a second. Gonna be patient. Would you go away? Get your ass out of here. You freaking asshole. This guy is absolutely trolling me. Like, oh, you want to go through this tunnel here? Well, I'm going to sit in front of it for like 10 seconds. Because that's the kind of guy I am.
Just shut down the secondary node. No more water for the fountains. No more shows. No one left to appreciate them anyway. I'll never forget the city's grand reopening. The fountains had been bone dry for years. No one believed they'd ever return. So, as the first bloom arced up in the dome, the music swelling, my heart soared right along with it. The city gave me a second chance once. Now it had one, too.
The domes, the water. He was responsible for all of it.
I forgot to move away from the fire gleam.
Okay, I've taken care of both nodes. Now I just need to activate the emergency purge at the maintenance station.
Of course, that's not it. There's one more. Rule of 3. Why did they have to put stuff in the water?
Map. The maintenance station should be at the south end of the dome. We're using shock ammo.
Shoot. Aloy! Well. I hate it. I hate water levels. Movement is all freaking weird and just not good. Would you? Like, I have zero control. Not marked. Yep. This doesn't make sense, but this is what we have to do. Shoot.
There's red light in that tower. Just like at the console I found earlier. That might be the maintenance station. What do you mean? I can use shock ammo.
Oh, come on. Don't even. Who enjoys this? Like, seriously. This is the worst. You know, I thought the concept of, you know, Las Vegas being flooded and everything, you know, having an ancient city underwater, like, it seemed kind of cool. Until they did this crap. Where you had to stealth your way through it because there's no way for you to fight back. Where'd my marker go? Like, I can't see.
Looks like part of this building.
There it
collapsed.
is.
There might be a way in. Okay, let's see where this leads. Let the screen shine off carefully. I think I'm in the maintenance station now. I just gotta find a console to activate the emergency purge.
Well, hopefully this is the right spot. Are those dory fish? I don't know the actual name, but you know, the type of fish that dory is. Blue with a yellow tail.
This looks promising. There should be a console in here.
Oh, it's another one of these.
System shutdown's almost done. Only thing left is to power everything down at the control center. So, I guess this is it. One final walk down the strip, and then it's lights out forever.
This place out.
At least I won't be around to see it destroyed. The Odyssey will be well on its way to Sirius by the time the swarm gets here. Still, my last memory of this place will be empty. A city that's already dead.
Stanley Chen was one of them. The Zenith. But he did so much for this place. He doesn't sound like the others. That did it! Okay. Now I can deal with that machine guarding the door on the other end of the dome. And once I get past it, I can get to what's waiting on the other side of the door. Poseidon. I guess the purge didn't get rid of all of the water.
Oh, great. Of course, there's still water left. Gonna cause problems for me. Is that something? It is. Damn it. Las Vegas timeline for Miss Chavez's history class. 15,000 BC mammoths come to Nevada before it is called Nevada to eat. Also, I don't know if it's called Nevada or Nevada. I hear it both ways, but I've always said Nevada. 8,000 BC. Native Americans come and draw pteroglyphs, which are different from pterodactyls. 1829, some people from a place called Spain in Europe call Las Vegas, which means the meadows. Kind of an ironic name. You know, calling some desert area meadows. Maybe there were plants there before. 1905, city is made a city and railroad comes so people can rest and get water. 31, a big dam called the Hoover Dam is made near Las Vegas. 46, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel opens a hotel. 51, big bombs are blown up in the desert. People come to watch the mushroom clouds, and our city is called Atomic City. Lots of hotels are builded. 56, Elvis performs in Las Vegas. 2007, the Stardust is exploded. 2030, very hot, animals die and people say it's too hot and go away. 2035, Stanley Chen is very lucky and wins the 3.2 million on a roulette wheel. 2037, people from Nevada and Arizona and California fight against robots when the government tries to make them leave because it's so hot. Almost nobody comes to Las Vegas anymore. 2040, Stanley Chen has used the lucky money and made more from making water that you can drink without getting diseases that make you sick. He pays his money for Big Bubble over our city and a hotel called The Fountain. 2047, my school, Stanley Chen Elementary, is open for children. Thank you, Mr. Chen, for everything that you have paid for our city where we live and for stopping it from turning into a desert.
Hot. I'm sweating everywhere.
So he kind of built like a super dome type thing to keep this place habitable.
Purge left these machines behind. Could sneak by them. Deal with a big one first.
He doesn't know I'm here. He doesn't know. Guy's a jerk. Whoops. What did I do? I don't know how he did that. See, it's like I dodged his first hit, but then the way I roll will make me roll into his second attack. Ouch. Jeez. What did I... How am I missing that weak spot? Or the thing? Man.
Okay. Poseidon is through there. Where did that machine go?
Aloy! It's a miracle!
Was this you? Did you lower the waters?
Yeah, but there's a new problem. That thing's in our way.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to get the embers with that around.
As the scrappy band of adventurers beheld the beast, they knew what they had to do.
What? Are you crazy? Hush now. She saved our Delph.
Okay then. Stay up here and start firing when I engage.
Places, Phillips. Get to that overhang.
So weak versus frost. Okay. Oh, jeez. Get me out of here. No. Wow. Oh man, I thought I would be able to like zoom past the attack. Ah. Oh, too much rolling. I was dead.
You did it!
What? Shit. What just happened? Oh, please tell me the game saved. Please tell me the game saved. If not, I'm pissed. Oh, thank God. What? The world fell out from beneath me.
Everyone okay?
Little fracas never hurt anyone.
You guys all right?
More than all right. We did it! All the embers we could ever want, and it's all thanks to you.
Very, heartwarming. But maybe we can just, you know, grab what we came here for and get out before any more of those things decide to show up.
Now, shard counter. Nothing wrong with a little reveling. Though we should probably let our flame-haired friend get going. I believe she has business down here, does she not?
Right, of course. You need any help?
I can handle it from here.
Very well. Well, we'll start taking some of the embers upstairs. Holler if you need us.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the whole world disappearing, but whatever. Dude, I'm so glad there's checkpoints.
Poseidon should be somewhere beyond this door.
That would have been terrible.
Saving up for that. Okay. Poseidon should be hiding in some kind of processor. I need to find a console to gain access to it.
No, of course there's a bunch of
I can't do it.
information.
I can't give up on this place. I'm leaving everything on standby. The system's equipped for runs for decades, if not hundreds of years. It's a long shot. But maybe someday, against all odds, someone will find this place again. Marvel at its lights and wonders. Discover a fortune and boundless opportunity. Make it their own dream. After all, if the city can give me a second chance, if water can flow in a wasteland, anything's possible.
He was right.
Hidden in the AC code, so someone must have inserted it via a thermostat interface. Pretty funny, actually. You know that hollow ad for the Crave Men that review over at the vodka? Well, their loincloths disappeared. Went on for almost an hour before we shut it down. Chuckles aside, we can't let it happen again. I've been over the environmental and hollow systems, and they look okay. On your shift, have a look at the water and filtration code. Hate to think what might happen if those systems were compromised. Would be a lot worse than a few naked Neanderthals on the strip. Okay.
I'm here to bring you home, Poseidon. To Gaia. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Poseidon's subordinate function to original code.
Okay. Gotta bring this back to Gaia.
Alright, that was actually a lot faster than I thought.
System reboot initiated.
Looks like taking Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system.
Uh-oh. What does that mean? Does that mean I have to swim my way back up there?
The London crew must have headed back up top. With all the embers they could carry with it.
Alright, hopefully I can get up top pretty quickly.
Let's-
Make it! Damn it. There we go. It reminds me a lot of Arkham Knight. Or maybe just the Arkham series in general. I mean, it's not my fault. Like, the sound the glider makes sounds exactly like detective mode in Batman, and how the heck do I get back up here? Oh, here we go. Yeah, so it's like the glider makes the same sound as things in Batman, and then also the I mean, Batman does glide, so there's that too. Oh, there's a ladder here. Pretty sure I grabbed all these already.
An elevator. No one must have built this before the place flooded.
Well,
Nice to work. Be nice not to have to climb back up.
watch it just break. Does Aloy actually get to rest for a second? I am surprised. That was scary. We made it!
Whatever she did, it must have powered up the whole. Oh, the show my old Gramps always wanted.
There's another.
His dream realized, his old Gramps' legacy ensured. Our hero beheld the sea of desert lights and wept at his good fortune.
When I saw the embers as a child, I never dreamed they could be like this. Thank you, Aloy. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. And now I have to move on.
Oh. Oh. Well, come back when you can. I got big plans for this place.
I thought you wanted to put on shows with the Embers back in the claim.
Oh, no. This is the show. Oh, can you imagine? Folks from all over the land coming to take it all in. Plus some food and a nice place to stay.
Not to mention a variety of entertainment venues.
Don't forget, games of chance. Plenty of shards to be had there for certain.
A new dream, huh? I hope you make it happen. Goodbye, gentlemen.
This delve is a story for the ages. All thanks to you.
If Moreland and crew's gonna stay, maybe I should come back and check on them later. For now, I need to get Poseidon back to Gaia. But I might want to find that Oseram Tinker who's out on her own first. And with my new diving mask, I should be able to swim as deep as I want to. Once I find a place with more water.
Okay. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Like, all right, like I said, I don't know too much about Vegas, but I know there's like a Paris hotel. I think it might just be called the Paris or something. I don't know.
On parlor games.
There is an Aladdin, or there was an Aladdin hotel or something. That's probably this one. I don't know what this is, but yeah, these embers were a lot different than I thought they were gonna be. But it's pretty cool. Anyway, I've been playing for like 3 hours at this point, a lot longer than I thought I was gonna be playing, so we got another main quest done, so that's good. We also cleared out a couple side quests along the way. I may have been a little bit too, complaining a little bit too much today during those side quests, and I apologize for that, but I don't want to just get this game done. So, yeah, we got a bunch of side quests to do, and we're gonna have to go back to Gaia. So we're probably gonna have like a bunch more conversations. That's going to take like another couple hours probably just talking to people. Which, as I said before, I don't like the way they do that in this game, where you're just sitting around talking to everybody. Like, it's interesting, but I don't like just sitting and watching people talk. You know, I want to be playing the game, so hopefully it won't be as long as last time, but it's probably going to be a lot of talking. But we'll do that next time. For now, I'm going to take a break, and like I said, when we come back next time, we'll go turn this into Gaia, and then we'll see if there's any side quests I want to do, and maybe we'll just move on with the main quest again. So, anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll talk to you all later.